up, buddy? How's it going?
I'm good, my friend. How are you?
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Happy holidays, everybody out there. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Everything else you celebrate. Awesome. Awesome.
Yep,
How are you,
it
Ben?
is the Friday before Christmas. It is our most favorite time of the year.
It
right?
is. It is for sure. Yep, absolutely.
Welcome to the show by designers, for designers. Always, we're going to talk about some courses, latest news in GS Pro.
We are. We're going to talk some golf.
Have a little fun, right?
Yeah, have some fun with it for sure. Absolutely.
And
my video is normally blurred, and I didn't blur it. And I don't know how to blur it right now. I'm in the middle of the recording, so all good. We're just going to go with it.
That's right. It looks blurred to me because I've had a couple drinks. We're all good.
There you go. Happy holidays.
So if it's not blurred to you at home, have a couple drinks. Make sure his video's blurred.
We call that
Mine's not
cheer.
blurred either.
That's holiday cheer.
Yes, there you go. It's holiday warmness. Yeah. So let's get right into it, and we made a little trip today, didn't we?
We did. We haven't done this in a while. I'm excited about this though. This is a last minute trip. Well, I shouldn't say last minute trip. We talked about it earlier in the week, but then like as you guys know right now, our schedules got busy during the week. And then this morning we got on the phone and was like, hey, we're both free. Let's go to our second favorite place. Yeah, a liquor store. So you want to tell? You want to go? You want me to go?
I think you do a much better job at this because you know bourbon much. I just like to drink it. You like to experience it.
I do enjoy my bourbon. So we went and we each went to our local liquor store. Now I went to a different one than normal because it was like 8:30 in the morning here.
we're a couple alcoholics knocking on the door. Hey, you open yet?
I will tell you on a side note. So the store I went to is one that's I think it's open like 24/7 or just about, and it's huge. Like it is a double story. It's its own independent building. It's a couple miles from the house here, and it is you guys all have them. It's a massive liquor store, and they like it's like. I walked in and there's a big sign that said bourbon. It was like, the halo and like angels were crying. It was like the sky parted and it was like, oh, and they had 3 giant aisles, both sides of just bourbons. Okay. And that wasn't even whiskeys. I mean, just bourbon. The whiskeys were in another section.
Yeah. And everybody, he's telling me about this while I'm sitting in my podunk store with like one shelf.
So I'm like, all right, Master, you pick. Oh, we got sound, Steve. Thank you. And so I was like, you pick. So he's rattling off, and this was the way it was. And I didn't tell you this actually. So he would say, how about this brand? And I'm like going up and down 3 aisles very quickly.
He's running. I can hear him.
And I would get to the end of the first aisle. He'd be like, well, how about this brand?
He's going back the other way.
So I think I ran 3.5 miles in my 3 aisles in the 15 minutes it took us to find a bourbon. And we did. We found a bourbon that was in both of our stores at the same time. And I feel bad. We're busy getting ready for the show. So I'm going to do it real quick or looking at it. But we chose, I was going to research like where it's from and who made it. I like to do a little bit of that history on it, but it's called.
I'll hold it up while
Why
you
is
talk.
yours half empty already? We bought it at 8:30 in the morning.
Oops.
I just opened mine. I just popped the top on it. I just poured my first glass out of it.
Santa couldn't wait.
Yeah. Did Santa hit that? Or Mrs. Claus hit that bottle? So we have blackened bourbon, and it's from Blackened Whiskey. And I'm looking real quick to see where it is from. And it is from, hold on. It is from.
Well, on the back it says a bold collaboration of the finest hand selected. I see. I am drinking it.
You are drinking it.
Selected whiskeys. An unrivaled composition of craft and creativity, born in a cask.
Where are they from?
Forged by sound.
Forged by
Columbia, Ohio.
Columbia, Ohio. Yeah. Well, that's where they're from, but sometimes they distill it somewhere else. But this is
that's where you send the check to, right?
Yeah, it's out of Columbus. Yeah, it's out of Columbus, Ohio. It's out of the Sweet Arbor Distilling Company. And this is, just to make sure we're here, This is finished, okay? Because you guys know bourbon has to age in an American oak barrel for a minimum of 2 years for it to be actually called bourbon. But then they can finish it, and this one is finished in charred brandy casks. So I have not had mine yet. You apparently are drinking it like grape juice. It's like
Well,
I drink Mogan David during the
I
holidays.
thought
Like you,
I thought we were both enjoying ours during the pre-show, but apparently you were not, right?
I was not. I am enjoying it starting right now.
I said I'm going to go get a fresh glass, which assumed I had a old glass. Right?
When you said fresh glass, I thought you meant water. What the hell was I thinking?
Yeah.
Okay, it's good. It is good. I gotta tell you, it is smooth going down. It is not hard, and it's a good bourbon. Hold on one second. Pause me for 1 second, Steve.
All righty. Hold on. All
Okay,
right.
cool. Sorry about that. I have workers at the house and they needed something real quick. Sorry about that. How do they know we're not recording? This is good. I really do. What do you think? What are your thoughts on? You drinking enough bourbon with me in the last 2 years?
I like it. I would like this one, I think, with a little bit of smoke on it. Just that it has. This one's definitely hitting me hard in the throat.
Okay.
I like the
After.
smoke.
I
Yeah.
find it goes down smooth, but after there's a little bit of a hit afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll do my best Eli impression. Yeah, I get yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm like it. I'll definitely share
Very
this
good.
one with the guys, and it's good.
Not wickedly expensive, $50 bottle of bourbon. So it's not on the cheap end, but not on the high end.
Yeah.
And thank you, Google, that we actually got paid.
Yes. This
And
is
when
what it
we
went towards.
for those of you that are new, because we have a new season, we do have new subscribers, and we don't only have the same, 12 people who watch. We get a check from the show from Google about once every 4 months. And it's enough for us each to go buy a bottle of bourbon that we talk about on the show.
But this time of year, like we're getting busy again because we got everyone watching the
True.
course building videos. So it goes now we get paid like almost every month. So like we
Yep.
drink a lot during the winter.
We could drink a lot during the winter. I know.
Yeah.
During the summer, it's famine. Like there's nothing.
Yeah, there's not much in the summer.
Yep.
Yeah.
So good. I like it. Cool.
Yeah, I'd like it too. So I'll tell a quick story. This isn't a golf story, but I thought it was really funny. So I went to Florida over the weekend with my family, and we had
Is
these.
there Florida music we can put on the background? Is there
Oh,
any kind of
shoot, no,
like,
I don't like beach sounds or something. Something
yeah, like
warm. No,
okay.
I don't think
Yeah.
Steve hooked those up. But
Okay.
I want to make this it's kind of a funny story. So we had these
Yeah.
special park passes to Universal Studios where they close the park at 8 o'clock, and then from 8 to
Yeah.
1:30 they
Yeah.
allow us to go in, and like there's no lines, right?
Right.
So we
Right.
go into Universal and
Was
we
this
were
a
running
work
around.
thing or was this a
No, this is
personal?
just
Okay.
personal. My
Okay.
brother-in-law lives down there, so we had that up with my nephews. So we go on this ride called the Mummy, right? Cool
Okay.
ride.
Yep.
And we're riding along and we go into this room and there's like a mummy like up in the window and like there's flames, real flames, like there's gas up in the ceiling, there's flames rolling across. And then everything just goes dark and black and we're stuck on the ride. So long story short, we're sitting there for like 20 minutes on this ride.
Okay.
And my wife starts to panic a little bit, but there's the picture. I'm laughing, I'm making
You're on the
jokes.
ride. Okay. Now,
Yes.
is this a moving ride? It's not like you're in
Oh,
just like a theater
it's like a
type.
roller coaster.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Yeah, it's
Got
a
it.
roller coaster. So, but like it's a roller coaster, but it stops in these rooms and then you see stuff. But like this,
Okay.
so yeah, so we got stuck on this ride for like a good 20 minutes to a half an hour, and they had to evacuate us finally, like pull us off the
Oh,
ride. But I was laughing. People around me were kind of joking. My wife was getting very anxious, as you can tell in this video. She's not very
yes.
happy. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
So
I
that was
love
my
you've
kind
got
of
the
trip.
big smile
Oh, because I'm
and she's
cracking up.
got the yeah.
My
Now
girls are
we did
behind me. Two of my girls are behind me. They're kind of laughing and making like my daughter, Instagram is like live streaming all this.
we had a similar I took my son to Disneyland in LA or in Anaheim a year ago, last year. And the big Star Wars ride, Rise of the Resistance, which is my favorite ride of all time. But it breaks frequently. It's hard to get on. You got to buy fast passes, and it's a very
Yeah.
complicated ride. It breaks frequently, and so like we bought our fast pass to go at a specific time, and we're like about ready to go, and it's like ride closed. Like, oh crap. But then, then we got booked at a different time, and we guess 20 minutes to that time, we start working our way over. Like, ride closed. So all day, the whole day, every time we went to go get on the ride was closed. Finally at night, we're like, okay, we're rebooked. Let's go. We get on the ride, and we get 1/4 of the way through the ride breaks again.
Yeah, of
They
course.
evacuate us out, and we actually didn't go until the next day. But like
Yeah.
all day, we tried to get on it. Some of these rides are so complicated.
As an engineer, I was enjoying like with the lights on, and then they had to walk us through the inner workings of the ride. I was like looking around, like, oh, there's the
That's
gas
cool.
lines, there's all this cool stuff. It
Well,
was
and
really
it's funny
interesting
too, because
inside.
like you're in the mummy world, then they take you through a doorway, and it's like a hallway.
Yes, I take yes, and it was yeah, and the ride operators were. I was joking with them, but they were trying to be all serious because they're trying to get us off, and the
Yeah.
safety precautions were ridiculous as they're
Oh,
getting us
sure,
off. They
sure,
would
sure.
like, don't go
And
there,
they're
don't
not
go this way. Here.
they're
Yeah,
not in the mood to joke
yeah,
either. They're
yeah,
like, "Just sir, this way.
yeah,
Thanks."
yeah.
That's
All
awesome.
right.
All right.
Okay, so we got golf story. I think you got something you like to
I
talk
got a
about, right?
little one, just a little golf story. I just wanted to like I thought it'd be fun. Like yesterday. Now remember, it was December 19th on yesterday.
Yeah.
It was 65 degrees here. Remember, I'm in Denver,
Wow.
Colorado.
Wow.
And it was a light 5-mile-an-hour breeze, and I looked at my calendar, and I looked outside, and I looked at the tee sheet at my local course, and I pulled an 11 a.m. tee time
No,
and
you
played
didn't.
18 holes
Nice.
and got in the December 18-hole outdoor round in. It was a beautiful day. Shane, Shanky, if you're listening, I pumped the driver. I had several 280-yard drives, excuse me,
You said
280-yard drives.
380. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, no, 280. For me, that's a good.
Yeah.
That's not a carry. That's a roll as well. I'm
Yeah.
not a long hitter, but the lessons I've been doing with Shane are all starting to kind of feels are all starting to come in, and I got my lab putter back, and so this is my first out. I had them reshaft it and do some work on my lab putter, and I got it back, and it was the first time outdoor with a new putter, and
You lab putter
man,
guys, man.
yep, yep, it was a perfect day. Like
Nice.
it was myself, two other guys. It was a threesome. No guys that I know. I just met there at the course.
Yeah.
Like I was a single. They
Yeah.
both were probably scratch golfers. They carried their bags. They played well. We had a
Nice.
great time. Talked college football, and it
Nice.
was almost a perfect day.
Very nice. It's snowing
That's
here right now. I wish the weather we had right now looking outside was what we could have Christmas morning because there's about 2 inches of snow on the ground. Everything's white and the snow is just coming down nice and slow.
It
But
is almost 70 degrees today here today.
wow. I think
It's
we'll get that
gorgeous.
soon because I feel like
It comes.
it comes like I know we're
Yeah,
gonna be cold for the next several days, but it'll probably be 70 on Christmas here, right? I just
probably.
don't want to.
Exactly. Probably.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
I know, Mike, quick update. My indoor golf league is in full swing. I think we're in week 5 now. I am currently in the lead with
Good.
4 wins and 1 loss. So I am currently the leader. And not only that, but like I'm getting lucky because I'm not even playing like under net. I'm just playing people who aren't playing that well.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm
That's
gonna
good
try not
though.
to
That's
jinx it. Yeah, I'm not gonna
You
brag
just
too
have to
much,
play
but I
good
am in the
enough.
lead. Yeah,
You just have to
I'm in
play
the lead.
better than the guy that you're playing, yep.
Yep, yep. All right. So moving on here. You're my boy, Blue.
You're my boy, you gotta hide us for a second.
Yeah, yeah.
So we're changing this up a little bit. Normally, we call out folks that turn blue on new course. So blue, for those that don't know, is when you get your first course released in Discord. Your color changes from what color? Newbie green to blue.
Blue. Yep.
And so we're trying to pay more attention each week. And so we're going through and looking at who actually turns blue. Now we have a new "You're My Boy Blue" segment. So with
Steve, you're gonna have to work on a soundbite for that one.
we do need a soundbite for "You're My Boy Blue," something that's not copyrighted.
Yeah.
And by the way, Chat GBT, go back real quick, Steve. Chat GBT did not get OPCD. It's OCD blue on the
OCD.
trophy.
Ha!
I literally told it OPCD and it came back with OCD blue, so I left it. I thought it was awesome.
I thought it was very. I tried to use ChatGPT to create a Christmas card for the family, and I said, "Hey, husband, wife, 3 daughters, and a dog." It kept on giving me more kids, like 4, 5 kids and a boy. So
Yep.
yeah,
And this is what's going to replace all of our jobs someday. It
yeah,
can't even.
right, right. You kidding me? What is the? Oh, I was trying to see what it says on the top there, and it's like, nah, it doesn't even say anything.
It's nothing.
Okay.
It was supposed to say award. I had it trying to have it say something like award
Yeah.
for. I can't remember what I typed in there, and it didn't cut any of it. So
Yeah. OCD blue. I like it. I love it. I love it.
but you're my boy, Blue. So let's
Yeah.
see who went blue this week.
Here we got
Congratulations, Blitz King.
Blitz King.
Now I did pull you straight off Discord, so until we figure out a better way, congratulations on your first course. And I actually, you know what I'll do? We need to put the course name underneath here because off the top of my head I can't remember it, but we'll call it out when we do
We'll
the
call it out
courses.
in the new courses. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. And we have Corey Dorning, who is not on Discord. So when you're not on Discord, you just get your name and text.
Well,
Sorry.
maybe he is just under a really different name. Maybe. I don't know. Like
I checked a bunch of different ways. We also had a partial blue, but you're not full blue yet, so we didn't
oh yeah,
do it.
we'll talk about that one, right?
We'll talk about that one.
Yeah,
So,
which is
congrats, guys.
yeah, congratulations, well done. Which really brings us to the new courses, right? So let's jump right in. Steve, turn the music down just a tad. All right, thank you, buddy. So here we go. We got Kartano Golf in Finland by who is it?
Amace.
There you go, Amace. That's right. He's been doing what's the deal with all the Scandinavian courses he's doing?
Well, I think he's got a whole slew. I think I don't know for a fact, but I feel like he's got an agreement now with the folks to do maybe some group out of Finland hired him to do a whole bunch of courses.
Yeah,
I mean, he's
it feels like he's doing
designer.
all these these Scandinavian courses. Interesting.
And I gotta tell you, I think, and listen, I always thought Adam does some nice courses. I do.
He does. Yeah.
But I feel like his courses are getting better and better each release. We'll talk about that a little bit here as well. But I great job on some of these courses, Adam.
Yeah, and then he also did Nordcenter Golf Benz. And oh geez, here we go again. Anmefors in Finland. Anmefors.
You got to put a Slavic or kind of like Finnish type.
Yeah, they got the halo on the A there. I'm not sure how that works. Raisin Valley. So there's our one blue guy, Blitzkrieg, right?
Yep. It's from the he heard it on the grapevine.
Yeah. Tecumseh, Michigan. I assume was that where they make Tecumseh engines? The company? I assume so. We got Carl's Place headquarters.
There's so many bad places I can go with that name in Michigan that I will not disrespect Michigan.
Yeah, I went to the engine. You went down the gutters. All right.
I did go down the gutters. Oh, you haven't seen my Facebook post yet. Don't worry.
Oh boy, here we go. We got Carl's Place headquarters hole-in-one challenge. So this is riding off the old Bryson DeChambeau challenge, which was all of the last show where we were talking about the takedown on this. So they were all over that and created their own hole-in-one challenge, which is a lot of fun. Good job, guys, on this. But we were talking in pre-show, man. Now that Bryson got the hole-in-one, that whole thing has just kind of fizzled, right?
Has fizzled quickly. It's died down quickly. Agreed. So.
Then Carl's Place did another one, Oak Ridge. And I'm assuming Carl's Place has somebody, an employee there doing these, because you can go to their website and buy a course GS Pro from them.
Yeah. I think you just go and buy, and I think these are probably commission courses that they're doing. This one was commissioned by the boys, by the way, the Oak Ridge boys.
Oh, nice, good one. I see what you did there.
You see what I did there.
Yeah. Then we got Corey. The other blue guy, Corey Dorning, that's the Peninsula Golf Resort in Lancaster, Kentucky, not to be confused with Amish Country, Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Fair.
Yeah, we got the Norwegian Lights by Greg McDonald. So this is two courses. Now the only difference between these though is the skybox, right? So
skybox and some particle effects. Yep.
Yeah.
Some Aurora particle effects.
You got it. So if you want to see those Aurora effects, go into Norwegian Lights. Whitehorse Golf Club by KH the 8th out there in Washington.
King Henry.
And so we've got Sandy Shores in Fort de Jolie, Outer Islands, French Polynesia. Wow, I'm surprised there's LiDAR there. Maybe there isn't.
I am too, actually. I am
actually, you know something? Playing this course and looking at it, I don't think that it was based on LiDAR.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think it was.
I
It
thought
looked very flat to me and somewhat
okay.
fantasy. So I don't think they had lidar. I think they tried
I
to
was in the
simulate.
same boat. I was kind of like, is this a fantasy course or a real course? And I was a little bit on that, but it's a cool layout. A lot of water.
Yeah, it's a lot of water. It's fun if you guys, if it's winter time and you're looking for something to warm up your soul, play this course. A lot of fun.
Yep.
So this is like Luma Golf. This is the first time that name has been associated with the course. So we were saying, do they get blue because it's a collab? So where do we go with that? They get half a point, right?
Yep. I think half, 0.5. So they
Point
are
five.
halfway to blue. So
Yeah.
either the next collab or next full release will get Luma their own spot on the slide.
And then we have El Dorado in Cadillac, Michigan by
Pop 16.
no, that's Nebula
Oh,
Rise. You're getting ahead
sorry.
of her.
That's no, you are. I jumped ahead. I'm like 2 sips in, and you already
You
jumped
were
ahead.
you were Miss Seaman. I was Miss Seaman.
Miss Seaman. No, it's Miss Mrs.
Mr. Seaman? Okay. Jesus. All right. Let's just move on.
I can't get. By the way, this show
Hey.
is not work safe for work. By the
Yes,
way,
it is not. Every time I submit these to YouTube and it says, are these rated for children? I'm like, no,
no,
no. Uh, Nebula Rise, which is probably the most fictional course now in GS Pro by Pop
I
16,
might be. Yeah,
right?
Pop 16. There he is. Yeah.
Then there
I
are
like
two.
though, like
Yep.
Pop, dude. Like I know it's fictional. Like obviously it's fictional. Like you make up a name, make up a city and I mean planet, whatever. I don't
hmm
know. I just like fictional. Come on, man.
Borg Mars or something like that,
Yes,
or
something. Have fun with it. Like I mean,
Chambawamba Saturn. Who knows?
yep.
Yeah. Because otherwise the commas just get stuck there. It looks like you're hanging out in the air.
Part. Yeah, exactly. It's like a
Um,
dangling participle.
yes. And speaking of dangling,
Speaking of
here's
dangling,
M. Seaman again. No, Rdye had two courses this week. And I'm sorry, Rdye. I Whisper Rock. There was an upper and there was a lower. When I
lower.
did the screen captures, I didn't have the lower downloaded, but so he had two. So Whisper Rock, upper and lower, out there in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Pac-Man and I played. I don't know if it was upper or lower. I don't remember, but we had a lot of fun with it. Great chorus, but we were making. I was making jokes because I hit the ball so poorly. I was like, I think I hit that down to lower, and he's like, I think I hit that up to upper.
I hit that so bad. I'm on the next course in GS Pro. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm on Nebula Rise in fictional.
Um, then we had a couple by Run Pud Run. Here we go. Here's his walking music. All right,
Walk
so we
on
got
music.
the Fred Arbanus Golf Club by Run Pud Run. We've got Shamrock Hills Golf Club by Run Pud Run, and the Golf Club at Creekmore by Run Pud Run. And if you don't know walking music, it's because we consider him the angry white guy. And
Bald guy, angry bald
all
guy. It's not the angry white guy, but he's angry bald guy.
yeah, and he looks like Stone Cold Steve Austin. So this is Steve Austin's walk-on music. So
Angry bald guy.
okay, holy shit, we're losing it here. Going off the rails already. We're not even to the M-Pals. Black Mesa Golf Club by Rise.
Riz
Riz.
and Seaman.
Yep, Riz and Seaman. Garland Swampfire Course by TC Garage Course, which I think has the most water I have ever seen on a course. Swampfire.
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. And it's TC Garage Golf, not TC Garage Course.
Jesus Christ. God, I need a drink. Pour me another drink. See, everybody, this is what happens at the holidays. We start hitting the booze early because we don't have to work tomorrow or whatever, and the next week,
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
This course reminds me of the day after, like my swamp bass course, right? DPC Lake Michigan. All I'm gonna say is shh.
I like Sheboygan though. It's a great tank.
I do
Great
like
place.
Sheboygan. I would love to live there so I can tell people I'm from Sheboygan.
I agree.
DPC Lake Michigan. It's a cool course. I like
Cool
it.
course. I like it.
Yeah, shh. DPC Sheboygan River, another one out there. That's a fictional course by Tekbud.
Yep.
So was DPC Lake Michigan, by the way. That's fictional as well. Sapelo Hammock. I'm going to do a course next month, just like this one. It's called Banana Hammock.
I like that. Oh, yeah. I think I think next time we need to actually arrange these courses to set a theme because
Oh yes, there's a lot of themes this week.
we can take Miss Seaman, Banana Hammock, and Rise and put them together and create a whole theme for the show.
uh, oh God. Then we got Hinton Golf Course. I keep on wanting to say Hilton for some reason with
I
this
keep
one.
wanting to say Hilton too, like a
I
Paris
see
Hilton golf
Hilton.
course.
Like, yeah, it's like a Hilton resort place. Oh my gosh, Paris Hilton goes right with the Seaman
Goes
and
right.
the Rise, and oh my gosh,
I'm pouring glass too,
can
by the
we?
way. I
We
know our
can't
video is off,
stop.
but
We can't stop. We can't stop. Windermere Golf and Country Club. So TSquared did the course, and then he did like a 19th hole on there, similar to, I guess it's like similar to the one at Paynes Valley. I don't know if that exists. This exists in
I
real life.
I
I'm
don't
assuming
know
it
yet.
does.
Maybe, sure.
T-squared, let us know.
Why not?
Is that like a thing at this thing? Is it a tradition? Let us
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
And then if
Henry
Dr.
Horton.
Seuss created a golf course, it would be the Henry
God,
Horton golf course, right?
I was thinking the exact same thing as the Horton
Good.
Who course.
You and I are like on the same wavelength all the time. You know that?
I keep thinking the Horton Who course. Every time I see
Yes.
this name, it's the Horton Who course.
Incidentally, there's a Dr. Seuss section in Universal, and when you do that at 1:30 in the morning when you don't have any food in you, you are it's trippy. Let me say it's trippy. All right, so that takes us through the impact. I think there's like 32 courses this week. Wow, right?
Yeah. Wow.
So not
Yeah.
this week, 2 weeks. So that's still
2
like
weeks.
we're
2 weeks.
averaging now during the winter well over 15 courses a
A
week,
week.
people.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
unbelievable.
Yep. And I will say, I think we went through a stint there for a bit where the course quality wasn't what I would say the highest, but I think we've seen some really, really nice courses come out over the last few months. Like
There
generally, I
wasn't.
think.
I don't think there's a course that came out in the past couple weeks that I turned it on and I said no, 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 no. I
Yep.
kind of looked around a little bit and had to like
Yep.
search to kind of make a decision. So
Yeah,
yeah,
or it's like, hey, it looks really good, but it's using the default texture, so I'm not gonna empower it for say just for that. But generally, the course looks really good. Like they're if you stay with the default textures
you
and
can't
you
go wrong.
don't want to tweak it, you can't go wrong. They're great.
Yeah, yep.
Yep.
And then well, yeah, I won't leave it at that. So let's go and well,
Ooh,
that was kind of
explosions! More. That was a lame.
it was a link. Hey, Steve. There we
Steve.
go.
There
Oh,
we go.
jeez.
Guy's already out on vacation or something. Like there's a
What
holiday
is
next
he
week or something.
doing out there? Steve, come on, man. All right. So, the Pals. Let's see here. Where did we go first? Oh, yes. Nebula
Ooh,
Rise.
Pop! Maybe your eyes. I listen.
Yes.
I'm gonna. We've been doing this for almost 2 years now. I don't. This might be Pob's first MPOW.
Oh, man.
I
See,
don't. We
this
don't
is where
track
I wish
it.
I still had the website because we could
I do
track
too.
it a lot easier.
I missed the website. Matter of fact, I get
Uh,
asked a lot about, hey, do you have a list of all your top plays from the show? And we don't have that list anymore. I missed the website.
yeah.
We may need to
Um,
figure something out.
um, but yeah, Nebula Rise. Um, so this is I started a different rating system when I was doing courses because when you try to go through 32 courses and at the end try to decide like which ones are MPAL, you tend to forget what you covered. So I started a specific category called creativity.
Creativity. Yep.
This one got a 10.
I got a 10 on mine as well. And
Yep.
I always load a course and I always load the first hole
Oh,
first.
absolutely. Well, yeah,
And
you kind of have to. Oh, I
well,
guess
no,
you
like
don't have. Yeah,
instead of
right,
the
right,
driving range or just going to like,
right,
a
right,
random hole in the course, but I always
right.
start on hole number 1 and I wait for the first impression because I always like, is it going to be a holy crap? This looks amazing. And then I start looking around, or it's like, oh, okay, or it's like, oh, it's a good course, just normal, default stuff. And this one loaded, and I was like, okay, this is freaking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It was so far different than anything on GS Pro. It's unique. And then I started playing it. I took it down and played it in the sim, and it went really well together. Good yardages. It's not for the longest hitters, but it's also a really solid, really fun tracked on top of the fantasy layout that he did. I think it's a real course, and we'll talk about that in a second. But anyway, good yardages, good markers. I wish I knew what planet it was on. If not, make the shit up because I don't know the planet fictional. But let's go. Let's go look at some stuff. So, like, for me, again, first tee, first impression, end to end. This could have been very easy to get lots of things out of whack. You could have had the flowers that were neon and and it doesn't. It all really still plays well together. To me, it plays off the skybox.
Yeah.
The skybox has the oranges, the reds, the blacks, the browns. They're all
And you
in
know what I
there.
like also about this is it's I feel like my projector when I turned this on said, "All right, dude, something different."
Thank you. Yes. Yes. It was like, thank you for letting me actually shine on my 4K projector.
Yes, right?
I mean, and then I start looking. Like my first impression was like, okay, wow, I like it. This is different. And then I start looking around and I'm like, okay, we got really cool tee boxes. We got really great rock work and we got really unique vegetation. Like right there off to the left side there, you see some, some kind of weird little vegetation with alien colors. And so let's go through some slides and look at it. I just was
Well,
blown away. So
I just
I don't
like these
know.
T markers that are what aliens' eyes. I don't know.
I don't know, some sort of alien
And
symbol or crustacean. I
and
don't
you know
know.
something? We shouldn't know.
Oh, we shouldn't
It
know. I don't
should be
care.
completely random, right?
It is. Yeah. Um, I again, and this is mine. This is a nitpick. It's not really a nitpick. It's more of a nitpick on GS Pro. Maybe we didn't put it in as a feature request, but for fantasy courses, maybe it should be a feature request. Give us the ability to change the stick to something. Like it
Right.
should still be a stick. It should function as a stick, but just give us the change the look of the stick. I would have loved to have seen
Yeah.
a texture on that stick that matched that tee box. You know what I
So
mean?
maybe have like a normal like white stick that comes like out of the cup maybe a foot, but then from there on up you could put any prefab you want.
Put any prefab you want on it, and
You could
no
put like a
collider or
20-foot
whatever.
tree on top of it if you want, right? Or
That would be
just
cool. That
so the bottom of it, well, it doesn't even have to match, but like so if the stick is, 1 inch around at the bottom, whatever your
yeah.
prefab just has to funnel down into that, right?
Well, and I was watching. There's a video that just came out, and it was it's Greg and what's his name? The two that they've worked together on the Guy Holman. It was Guy Holman and Greg on their course they're working on, the Lord of the Rings course, the Middle Earth course. It would be great to have like Gandalf's staff
Right.
as the
Yeah, yeah,
stick.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah,
that's a
yeah,
great example of how to use it. Like I
yeah.
think that would be cool. So
We should
no
bring this
nitpick
up
on
again in feature requests. Oh shoot, we
yeah.
skipped it this
We
section, but
skipped it because we didn't have it. And now of course now that we're
yeah,
talking we're coming up with
yeah.
it.
All
But
right, right. Next
yeah.
show, we'll add it back in
So
again.
so
Right.
John and ATP and T Tree and those guys, I know y'all
They
watch us
just go right to the feature
religiously. They just
request,
go
right?
right to feature request. We've got it here at the Emp House. We'd love to be able to customize the stick.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
um, we always look at veg. Why not look at veg here? Like it doesn't matter. It's still veg and it's unique and the colors work. And I love that it's blue green and it's
Yeah.
bright orange and they all work together. And even like green trees. I don't think I've ever seen that tree before. Have you?
It
I
no,
don't recognize the
no.
trunk on that
It
tree at
looks like
all.
a banyan tree from Speed Tree, but not quite. It looks like a banyan tree, but lifted up out of the ground for the roots. I think it's a tree that
Yeah.
we've. I don't know. No, I don't.
I
I
don't
don't know if
know.
I've seen it. But I would say like this: any designer out there right now, if you're listening, that has not done a fantasy course, and I'm not saying you have to go like completely crazy, like different planet like this. Do one. It is so liberating because like you can put anything you want. Like when I did
Yep.
glacier golf, it was so great because I could just do anything I wanted. A dead
Yep.
tree, sure, I'm gonna use that tree.
Sure.
I don't care.
Sure. Now,
It's easy.
and I will say, and I'm not going to, I'm not, I've got the permission to speak a little bit, but I won't say that. I would say there's some really cool things coming with, everybody knows Arborist is in the works and it's in early stages and it's not ready anytime soon. And don't go ask anybody about it, but there's going to be some cool stuff that comes with that. That's going to be able to have some of those, customizing and, tweaking of tree colors and stuff. So
Yep.
I think it'll be a little easier for the newer designers that don't have, all of the assets at their disposal, like those of us that have been doing it for several years have, and all the money we've invested over the years.
I'm looking forward because I think Arborist is going to do for GS Pro what V4 did for meshes, Arborist is going to do for trees. In other words, if you stick to the defaults, you can't go wrong. Now,
Yeah.
Arborist, we see like now, like, oh my gosh, that because they're using the default textures, things look good. It's not creative, but it looks good.
Yep. Yep.
You're going to have trees now that come in with Arborist that are just going to look good. Now, let's face it, if you bring in everything default with trees, you really need to work on them right now in VS Pro, change colors and stuff. I'm hoping Arborist makes the defaults just look really good.
Yeah, and the only caveat I'll add is I think depending upon your course, you still may need to do some tweaking here and there, right?
Yes,
But
we're talking about course
generally,
hue, right? The hue
correct,
of the course. Yes.
correct. Yeah, but generally, I think it's gonna be yeah. So I think there's some really, really, really great stuff on the horizon. It's not on the near horizon; it's still out, but anyway, yeah. Let's keep going. I don't want to break my promise with those guys and
Yeah.
just
Be
tease a little
patient.
bit and
Be
be
patient.
patient.
Be
And
patient.
there's some good stuff on the horizon. All right. I thought that like this, we look at blends across the board almost on every single course. I've never in my entire 2 years of doing this looked at an orange to yellow blend. And we're always looking at greens for the most part, right? Various shades and hues of green. And like this to me was really powerful at how well the blending tools in V4 work.
Well, not only that, but like, man, I would have a rough time with these blends because like blends aren't easy, but like you did a good job, and like this is not like the typical colors for a course, so nice
Right.
job.
Right. It's great. Even
Yeah,
the
it
slope
looks really
share on
good.
it, because you see where it's more slopey at the top
Yeah,
part is like he nailed it. It was great.
I love how it looks like almost like it almost appears like you're playing on the surface of the sun.
I know. Yeah, I was thinking like a Venus type course or, like it was too bright for Mars for me. It was more like a Venus type or a I
Yeah,
don't know, Mercury type course. So love the big structure. I'm assuming he just grabbed the asset from somebody, got CG Shader or Unity or something like that. Love the asset. It's
yeah,
off in the distance, so you see it throughout the course. You don't always see it. Then I went up, got a close. If you go, I got a close up of it to show. It's just a really cool kind of futuristic asset. And then there's even in the sky floating above, there's satellites and
shadow
space
from that. I was like,
stations
what
and
is that? And I had to like look up, and it's like, oh yeah, there's this thing floating above me here.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah, it's cool. It moves around as well. So it's cool. Now,
This
I
is
thought
great.
this is
This is great.
hysterical. This cracks me up.
This is a
I
good
love
find on your part. I didn't fly around and look at that. Yeah.
and you only get this because we're designers and we fly around the course and look for stuff. But like I love when fantasy courses are based on real courses. And so off to the side, you can see in the top left corner there's a little bit of vegetation on top of the
Up
tree up
there.
there.
Yeah.
There is the highway of whatever course that he used as a default on this. And there's cars going by on this fictional planet. And if you go one more, there's houses and there's swimming pools and there's all kinds of fun stuff. And then there's a road that goes to nowhere. And when I saw this, the first thing I thought of was
Thelma
I
and
would have
Louise, baby.
I would have loved him to put an Easter egg of a car flying off the edge of that. It's just loop on a loop, a nonstop loop. You're fighting a little cough right there. I can hear you on that. All
Yeah,
good.
yeah, I'm struggling a little bit. I'm good.
All right. So Pop, congratulations. Very,
Yeah.
very well done. Really, really fun course, and you should be proud. That's a great we loved it.
Yeah. I apologize, everybody. I'm fighting a cold, and so I'm trying to go on mute as much as possible, and I'm hacking up my lung. All right. So, moving on to Black Mesa Golf Club by Rise. I think,
Rise.
is this his first MPAL?
I feel like this might be his first MPOW as well.
Yeah. So, congratulations on the MPAL, buddy. Now I am gonna say right now, it's like I am because I live in Pennsylvania. I am yearning for like these warm weather courses. So when I see a desert course right now, it warms my soul. All right. So, so immediately I opened up this course. Now I liked. There's things I liked about this course a lot, and there's couple things I think could use some improvement, but
Sure.
they're pretty minor, right? Or else we wouldn't have given you an MPAL.
Right.
So, first of all, it is like a kind of like this desert course, right? He did a great job on the grasses. And what I
Yeah.
really liked, and what my biggest frustration with a lot of these courses is designers still, even though we have blends now, which kind of eliminate a hard edge, right? Now you have a blend where it kind of softens that edge a little bit. But he did a great job of, I think, of using satellite overlay and combination of vert painting to kind of soften that edge where the sand appears to be almost like kind of encroaching onto the course. So he
Right.
did a really good
That's a
job at
great
that.
example you've got right there.
Yes,
Yeah.
right there is like, and that's definitely sat shader he has there. Um, I like that. My only criticism though is I just thought and you agreed with me here, the green areas were just a little too lush.
Little too green. It's funny. I like the fairway color if you want to go
Yes,
green. I felt the deep rough color, or the rough color was just a little bit too
you're right.
greeny green.
Or drop the green a little bit and vert paint again. Take this like tan here and just tap, 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 tap here a little bit of
Yeah.
dried out areas, and then tone down the green a little, add a little bit of yellow to it
Yep.
or more brown, and I think it would be absolutely perfect. But I
I
like the course. I love the
I
course
think
too.
also I've been doing some work behind the scenes with some folks, new designers, and helping them with Sat Shader and 3DG and some other stuff. And one thing that people forget is it is good to use your Inkscape shapes, especially when you're doing Sat Shader. You pull your Inkscape shape
Yeah.
in, and if you like for this one, you can grab the rough Inkscape shape, but then expand it by 1 or 2 pixels, and then feather it by 1 or 2 pixels,
Yep.
and then paint it. And
Yeah.
then when I grab the deep rough Inkscape, I also expand it by 1 or 2 pixels and feather it. And then you end up with the two blending over top of each other in Photoshop, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the other thing too that is a really easy thing for people to do is I do this a fair amount. Is I actually will clone stamp from my deep rough into little patches in my rough because it will show up in GS Pro as like grungy areas or areas of drier area parts. So it's
Yeah.
not all lush and uniform. And so if you're smart about where you do that, it's pretty easy to put that kind of look into your sat shader without spending too much time on it.
Yeah. And I think also what he did well here is he kind of thinned out the 3DG as it approached here too. So
Yep.
that's
Yep.
definitely some vert painting going on there. So nice job on that. Another thing I really like here, just the rock work I thought
The
was
rock
really
work was
good.
great. Agreed.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not sure where he got these. Look familiar to me, but I'm not sure if I've seen these or not. But like these assets here, did a really good job of matching those up. They're not 100% perfect. I could lighten them maybe a tad, but they're pretty darn
They're
close.
pretty darn good. Yep. And
Yeah,
from the distance, you really can't tell.
yeah. I'm
You got to
zoomed
fly
up
up
on.
there.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I'm pretty close too. So don't change anything by any means on this. It looks really darn good. Here's another example of the rock work. That mountain it looks completely just natural to me. I'd love to see some real pictures from this course. I'll make Google and go out and like look at the real pictures of the course and just see how closely this is. The panoramic out there looks really good as well. That matches the whole hue is really good. And again, the only thing I felt was like the course was just a little too lush. But
Yep. But good.
honestly,
Really great
great
course.
job. Congratulations.
Great layout. A lot of fun. Great work in the background. Your pano, everything. Looked great.
Okay, so let's move on to Norwegian Links by
Norwegian
Greg
links.
McDonald.
Congrats, Greg, on your MPOW. Nicely done, my friend.
So Greg has been doing some out of the box works. Let's just say
Yeah,
that, right?
yeah,
He is
yeah.
it's when a new designer comes in and just says, "Screw the
I'll get it.
yes,
Screw the standard set of tools. I'm gonna come in and try stuff that no one's really been doing. I'm gonna learn it. I'm gonna try it, and I'm gonna drop it in here and see how it goes. And I actually think
exactly. Thank you."
I think he started with his fantasy course. Like we've all had fantasy courses, but he's the one who came in and all in and was like, I'm gonna do a full blown Star Wars course. I don't care. I'm gonna do it all. And now that's kind of parlayed into like with this course, he did some really amazing rock work and work around microsplats and putting pieces of textures into other textures to give different looks and feels. And we'll talk about that as we go through. It's really well done.
So, there were two courses, right?
There were two. Yeah. So one is Norwegian Links, which is a real course in Norway, and then Norwegian Lights is the same course with just it's an amazing course actually, but the skybox has changed to an aurora borealis. There's some lighted particle effects to support the aurora, and there's some snow-capped mountains in the background. But he did some unique things we'll talk about on this course that others are looking at doing. All right, so first tee. Now, and Greg is looking at this going, oh, you're not, I'm doing this for a reason, Greg. So bear with me. So this is the first tee. I just love the look and feel. And you can see this is this whole course. And most of my screenshots, by the way, we had to redo some of them. Most of my screenshots are around hole 1, hole 2, hole 3. It's a very similar look and feel across the entire course. So you're going to get a really good representation of it just from the few holes that we're going to show here. But not every hole sits on the tee sits on this wooden hitting mat, which I thought was really cool and unique. But you can see all of the rock work and then all of the water around this course, fog and mountains in the distance. And so let's go through a couple of really
It
cool,
kind of
unique
looks
things.
like when I first open this, I would think it's like an Irish course, you know?
Yeah, my vision of Irish courses though aren't necessarily this rock. I always think Irish courses are much more linksy, wide
Maybe not as
open,
much water, right? Yeah.
not as much water or rock, and a lot more, but a lot of wind, a lot of wispy grass. I've never been to Ireland, so I don't know. That's just kind of my
Yeah,
take on it.
me
But
either. So I'm speaking out of my ass. All right. Just pictures, right?
I great rock work, great colors. Again, the grass colors match the floor color. The paint that you can see off on the left side, there's a pathway, a worn area walkway path that matches the rest of the hue. I actually don't know if I've seen these rocks or we took existing rocks and made textures on them. But the rock work looks really, really good on here. Now, what I don't think I got, maybe we can see it in another screenshot. Let's go forward one more. This one has some of it in there, and I'll show you this. So it's gonna be. I didn't take the screenshot for this, but he's been doing some work on micro splatting, which is really an interesting technique. And I don't know a ton about it, but I'm interested in learning and getting into it, which is essentially taking a texture and applying it to the mesh, but in essentially like a patch. Like in my mind, it's like a splotch, like a micro splat. It's a splat. You splat the texture down. So if you look at the area to the bottom of the screen below the sand, where it's kind of brown right there,
Right
that
here.
is not a rock. Like that, well, not right there. Sorry, go straight down from the sand. That gray area
Right
down,
here.
yeah, right there. That is not a rock. That is a splat of that texture that is sitting on top of the standard mesh. So it carries the collider of that mesh. It could be a rough or a deep rough or whatever, but it's not a uniform. It's not applying that texture on that mesh uniformly across the whole mesh. And you're not vert painting in just a different texture. You're splatting in these different, it's just a different way of doing it. And I don't know personally advantages. I haven't dug in deep enough to know what are the advantages or disadvantages doing it, but it gives a really cool, unique look to it. Also, I took this and I looked at like, you can see all the rock work he did, and then you can see all the brown kind of gross, I can see dried, kale-y, crustacean-y, dried up
Yeah.
in there. And I was curious, like, well, how did he do that? Did he micro splat that on top, or what did he do? And if you zoom in on the next slide, Steve, they're rocks. They're rocks with a whole different texture on it.
Yeah.
They carry the rock collider and everything. And it's just really well done.
By the way, that texture is, I live in Hershey, Pennsylvania. He went down to Hershey and took a picture of them mixing the chocolate.
And that's what
Yes. This is what it looks like, just caramel and chocolate and peanut
just
butter all of a
caramel and
sudden.
chocolate and a big old swirl. The funny
Yeah.
thing is because the normal on that particular texture and the metallic on it are turned up a bit. So when you're flying in to go get that, it
A little
starts to
shiny.
move. Yeah, a little
Yeah.
shiny, a little movie. It's pretty funny. You don't
Yeah.
see that in the game at all. It's just when I was flying around.
Yep.
And then I thought this was really cool. It was just an attention to detail. So this is obviously next to hole 1, and this is the sign that sends you over to hole 2. Okay, so it's Hull because I'm in Norway, so it's hole 2. And if you look, that sign is right there, kind of in the middle. And off to the right, here is the path that it's pointing to that takes you up to hole 2. And there's the T up there for the T for hole 2, overlooking the mountain, overlooking the waters and the rock work. And then the you hit off to the left there.
Yeah.
And then on top of hole 2, we didn't see this in hole 1 because of the type of T he had there. Now you can go look and see, hit the board. There are a custom tee there. And there is the hole sign for hole 2, kind of describing it. Just really, really great detail. My question is, how do you put tee markers in hole 2, but no tee markers in hole 1?
Right? You
Because
didn't have T markers on hole 1?
hole 1 is just you're sitting on the wooden platform with the hitting mat. So
So
maybe the hitting mat is above where the tee marker. Maybe these are
maybe he didn't use
narrow.
T markers at all, and these are all just placed in Unity.
Maybe they're placed in Unity, or maybe the hitting mat is above with, I don't know. There's a collider on that, and the marker's on top of the collider. So I don't know. Yeah.
I'm thinking, yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
Question.
good question. So, and then I don't remember what I took a screenshot. Just I think it was just an overall view of the whole
You know what
course.
I like here is just like down here along the bottom, the detail on the grass is here up front. Like just the really cool. Really cool.
Hide us for 1 second. Let me make sure there's not something on the right-hand side of the. Oh, I know. Go back.
Okay.
Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back 1 slide. There we go. Okay. So one other thing that Greg worked with the GS Pro developers on, and we are all thankful for it, is he got them to increase the draw distance. So the standard draw distance, I think, is 500 meters in GS Pro, and it will go out to 15,000 now. Okay. Now it is not set at 15,000 by default. So if you are a player, you need to go into GS Pro and go underneath settings and go underneath visual settings and go underneath camera options. And then you will see a slider that's set at 500. You can drag it out to 15,000, excuse me. So this screenshot is at the default GS Pro setting. When you slide the slider to 15,000, hit the next.
Your GPU goes to hell.
I actually saw no performance difference, to be fair.
Yeah,
I saw
honestly,
no performance
I wouldn't think
increase.
you'd see much because if these are just like prefabs, these aren't really that. They're not like trees,
They're
right?
not
Each one of these
meshes.
might
They're not.
equal like a couple trees.
Yeah. So, but the
So
look changes dramatically different
yeah,
from the exact same spot where I now see all these mountains in the background. It's why I didn't call it out earlier in the day. I wanted to save it for right now. So I think if I were to have a feature request number 2, it would be to either just extend the default to 15,000, because I don't want to design. I will go back and redo my courses with 15,000 as the default if people are going to use it. But as long as they have to manually go in and slide it, I don't think they're going to use it.
98% of the people won't do that.
Right.
They have
So my
no idea
ask
what
is,
that does. Yeah.
yeah. So my ask is either one, just set it at 15,000, and if people are having performance issues, they can put it in the facts as something to scale back and proper performance, I guess.
Right.
Or number 2 would be to let designers set it. Give me a setting to say I want this set at 8,000. I'm
Know what
designing this
I
course.
think they should do?
Mm,
I just thought of this, and I
yeah,
think I'm brilliant now for thinking of this. If you set your settings to ultra, it should scale this out to 15,000.
fair. That's
High,
another good
bring it
one.
into 10. Like, yeah,
Medium, or yeah.
yeah, you know what I'm
Add
saying?
this as part of the scaling functionality. So
Ultra should
because
just put this at 15,000.
yeah, because I do a lot of elevation courses, and with mountain ranges,
Yes.
I would get rid of all of the I say fake, but all of the prefab mountains. And I would actually use something like, terrain, Terraland, and pull in the actual mountains from that far away and have that view all that far out of what it's really like off that tee box is. But if no one's going to slide it, or no one knows to slide it, I'm not going to do
Right.
it.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
I would
anyway,
say, yeah. I mean, I feel like in the past 2 months, like not 2 months, last year, GS Pro popularity has just
it
exploded.
has. It has. There's so many new users.
Exploded, right? I'm
Yep.
curious to see what the views are on the building channel because I feel like that's proportional because people come to GS Pro, hey, I want to build a course, and then I feel like the
Yeah.
tutorial videos get hit with that as well.
Yep, fair. And then I got a couple of screenshots at the end of this is the lights course, which is you can
The,
see
the northern
the
lights.
mountains have snow on them. The skybox is different, and then it's a little hard to see because you've got to look up to see the skybox. And when the ball is in flight, you get better view of it. The next one I turned around and took it from a different angle. It looked up. You can see like these are floating in the sky, and there's some real life particle effects as well. So some is animated and some is static, and
Very cool.
it's just a really cool,
Oops.
really
Oop.
cool view. So,
All right. So
yep, great job, Greg.
congratulations. That was a good course. Really
Yep,
fun. I think I'm going to play this course in my indoor golf league next week. I'm
nice,
trying to decide
nice.
whether I'm going to do the indoor lights. I got some guys who are very traditional with the courses, and as soon as I load up some of the fantasy stuff, they're like, bah, bah.
But this isn't fantasy. This is a real course.
No, but no. I guess the difference is like with the lights at the top, it's kind of like
Oh,
borderline,
yeah.
So I'm just debating whether I do the Northern Lights course or the Northern, like
Now,
the regular course without the
remember, I
skybox.
know a lot of your guys that in your indoor league from our
Yes, you
trip to
do. Yes,
Kiowa,
you do.
and this has a lot of water on this course. So I would
Yeah.
like to hear. I just want to be a fly on the wall. Like I want to dial in on Discord when you guys are playing, just to hear. I want to hear a couple of those guys hit some balls into the water.
I should see if well, one of these times I'll have to see if you could join us for a round one night. The thing is, you'd
I'll
be
do it.
sitting around. Yeah, but the thing is, you'd be sitting around bored because three of us would go, and then you'd have to wait.
That's
Three of
fine.
us,
But
and you
we'll be
wait.
chit chatting and talking and drinking,
Yeah,
and
I mean, I could
But
probably hook up I could hook up my laptop to the bar. You could just hang out while we're all sitting there. So,
what I need to do is in the deep of our Colorado and Pennsylvania winters, I need to find a weekend and just come out there and play in your indoor league one day with you.
ooh, that'd be kind of fun.
Like
Yeah,
just do
that
kind of
would
a
be.
micro view of Kiowa and just come out there and
There you go. There you go.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Got it. Okay, cool. So, let's go to the quick hits. So, we started this the last show, which is we're just getting so many courses now. We want to do so many MPALs that we just can't cover them in depth. So these are the ones we're going to give MPALs. Just don't have a lot of screenshots for them. So, first one is congratulations to Tekbud for DPC Lake Michigan. Shh. Quiet. Cool course. Nice job, TechBud.
Yep. Great
Um,
job, Tekbud.
Hinton Golf Course, defined by TSquared,
Yep.
or as we say, Hilton. You know.
Yep. Who's gotten MPOWs, I think, the last 5 shows in a row. So great
Yeah,
job,
I
T
don't.
Squared.
Yeah. We had to give you a break, buddy. Sorry. You're getting too much attention. So nice job, T-Squared. Congratulations.
He might have earned walk on music, by the way. Might need to
Yes.
figure out walk. And
Ah, yes.
by the
Yes.
way, don't forget.
Okay, here we go. So this is Amace, our Italian designer. So this is his walk-on music, the Italian restaurant. So,
Congrats,
congratulations,
Amace.
Amace.
You have official walk on music. You
Yeah.
made it.
So
Big time.
So take over. I'm having a call from Fit.
You got it. Great course. Pac-Man and I actually played this one, and we had a blast playing it. Love your colors. Love the layout. It was a lot of fun. Everything. The course itself was just a really fun course to play. So congratulations. I felt like I was wherever it was. I think it's a finished course, so I was there. And congrats on your walk-on music. While Master Blaster chokes on his
Gosh, I was just like coughing. This is horrible. Okay, so next one is Rdye. So 2 courses. He had the upper and lower this, and he's got walk-on music too, which is the Dexter theme song. Because we've had him on the show a couple times, and to me, he looks like Dexter. Now, I can't play that very long because else we get copyright notice. But so I'm going to take that one off really quick. So this was another desert course. I like this one because it makes me feel all warm and cuddly inside when I play it. Great colors, and of course, he is
Great
the
assets.
3D. He's the
Yep.
blender master.
Yep.
And he does a great job with everything in Blender. So he has some great team markers here, some really cool houses and stuff, and the trees look good. The overall color was really good. So congratulations.
Ryan, my only feedback on it, I love the course. It played great. Pac-Man and I again played it. As you can't tell, Pac-Man and I, Ty, we need to get you involved. I mean, before you hurt your ankle, you were playing a lot, and we need to get.
Yeah.
He and I have been playing a lot lately, almost every day, if not 3 days a
I'm
week or so.
definitely going to play some rounds over the holidays because I'm off the next 2 weeks. I know you're heading to Hawaii on Sunday, but I'm going to be watching. Hey, Pac-Man, if you're listening to this, tag me when you want to play around next week. I'm definitely like off from work, so I want to jump on and catch up with
And
you.
I'm
All right.
back the week of New Year's, and so the three of us should be able to get together a couple of times and
Yeah.
play because there's no work or anything.
Yeah.
My only feedback, One Piece, I love the course. I love the I thought it was just really, really well done across the board. I felt the desert area from afar was a little sparse. It was just a little hard to see. I mean, it just looked kind of plain up close and I hit my ball in the desert area a whole bunch. In the sand area, it was fantastic. Just from afar, things rendered out and it just looked a little sparse, but a pretty minor nitpick, if anything.
Yeah, and talk to Rise about his blending for like so you can take rid. So you did a good job on the blends, but if you use some of that vert painting to make it look like the
To
sand encroaching on the
overlap
course,
itself,
yeah,
then it looks, yep,
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 exactly. So
yep.
nice job, Rdye.
Great job, great
Congratulations.
pal.
Yep, congratulations. So yeah, no, guess what we're up to? Post of the week.
Our favorite part of the week.
Yeah, post of the week.
Facebook posts. Post of the week.
Steve.
Steve.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Okay, so I'm gonna go first this week because I think my posts of the week aren't that great. I'm a little disappointed in myself. Steve, big video. There we go. So my first post is, hey, Mashi, how many courses in GS Pro are designed in 4K?
0. None.
None of them are.
What's the 4K thing?
Yeah, what's 4K?
I
So,
wish
hey,
I wish
you
I
know,
had found.
all of them.
I would. Go ahead. Sorry. All of them.
No,
100%.
Yeah. Well, none of them are really. We don't design in 4K.
They were designed for 4K. It's just whether or not your system can support it. I
Yeah.
wish there was a post. I didn't put it in mine, and I wish I'd known you had this one because I would have gone back and found it. There was a guy talking about how 4K is not worth it. He was like, I just spent all this money to go to 4K, and I don't see a difference. Well, the 16:9 aspect ratio alone is a lot more immersive than 4:3 off the bat. But yeah.
I mean, I can tell you that I'm in 4:3 because of my limitations, but mine is the density is 4K density.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. You just shrunk it in.
Yeah, just shrunk it in, and everybody, all the guys that play in the indoor golf league, 100% knew a difference when the first time they came over. They said, "Oh my God, this is incredible."
I'm 15.5:9.
Yeah.
And so I'm running just about true 4K with a 936 LST projector, same projector you have, which is a fantastic, bright 5,000 lumen.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
And
the BenQ, yeah.
My sim is in a movie theater. It's a room with a theater screen, so I do have
dark.
I have theater lights behind it that are for ambient lighting. So as long as I remember to turn those off and it's dark in that room, it's.
What's really funny is like we went there, we never played in your sim.
We never played in the sim. You saw the sim, but we never played in the sim. Well, because we played 8 rounds outside.
We were golfed out by the time we got there.
We were golfed out. We did play 2, 4, like 5 rounds in 4 days or something like that. Yeah.
Hey, buddy. Hey, my best friend's here.
Hey, puppy.
He's saying, "Hey, puppy." All right. So next one is let's get some more funny music here. After looking through the OPC height map of courses, I noticed I can't find in GS Pro what is the whip.
Oh, I saw this. I saw this actual Discord post. Was it Discord? No, it was a post. It was a post.
It was Facebook. It was Facebook.
Yeah.
Now what's this? Now this is fine. And I kind of get that someone doesn't know what whip is, but bull pride to the rescue, right? Bull pride to the rescue. Mike, thank you. Which is just screenshot. What does whip mean? It means work in progress. That was his response. So, I love you, man. Love you, Mike.
Keep that in mind because Mike is also Bull Pride is in one of my posts.
Oh, he is?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. This may be a theme. This may be the Bull Pride show.
That trip out there was great. I love
we need to
golfing
redo
him
it.
and
We need to
CO golf.
redo it again and get
I'm
you
looking
and get
forward
Bull
to coming out
Pride.
again.
And we should do that again. And I'll get a whole new set of courses for us. And that was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun.
And it was easy going.
Yes, it was fantastic. All
So-
right, so
so-
that's all I had. I'm very disappointed in my homework this week with the
That's all
post
you
of the week.
had?
That's all I had.
All right. Well, Bull Pride and CO Golf, we're putting it on your radar right now that we're going to get back, the 4 of us. And if anybody wants to join us, let us know. We're
By
gonna
the
get back
way,
to it.
designers, if you see a post that you like, DM it to me because I will
Yeah.
use it.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like when people put it in the B2B channel, I'm kind of like, oh, if everyone saw, I'm not going to use it in the show.
I'm not
It's
gonna
been
post
used
if it
there.
goes to the
Yeah,
B2B
yeah,
channel. Exactly.
yeah.
It's right. It's
Because
fine.
there's some good ones posted there too, and there's
There
been
are.
times where I see one, I'm like, oh, I'll use this show, and then someone posts it in there, I'm like, oh no.
Oh, agreed.
Yeah,
It's like a
yeah,
dagger. It's like, oh, I had that
yes.
one. It was
I
gonna be
had that
great.
one. No, I can't use it now. Yeah. All right. So these are
All
all
right.
mashies. So, all right, here we go.
And so here's my first one. It's not a post actually. Let's see if this worked. Did it go up? Where does it go? Be ready to go back if it doesn't work. Uh-oh, you're muted. I can't hear you. Steve.
I was having a coughing fit again. All right.
Oh, okay. You're back. You're back.
All right, hold on.
Go and see if my graphic came up. Okay, good. How do you like that? Look at that. I was
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, what is this? Was this saying? Is this chat? This is
I
AI?
had ChatGPT create Mashi's post of the week.
Not only that, but it's Amace's brother, Face.
It's his Pache.
Face book.
It's Pache book.
Face book.
I actually went in and said, "Hey, ChatGPT, make an image for Mashi's post of the week," and this is what it came back with. So I just assumed it put Face book because of copyright, like it can't use the word Facebook. I don't know. So
Oh, it could be.
I actually wanted to put this in to remind you all that not all of my posts are safe for little ears. So if you have children watching, you may want to send them away or watch this later.
Golf boy, time to turn off the show.
Or Golf Boy's dad.
Golf boy's
It's for
dad,
you, buddy.
yeah.
Jason is for you. It's not for Golf Boy.
Yes, exactly. Okay.
All right. Now it's there. I put those at the end. So all right, here we go.
Okay. All right, we got a blank one here, and here we go.
All for Christmas I want is a CE Sim
yeah.
Tekbud collab. But
Yeah.
I love this post because he already answered Bull Pride.
Yes, exactly.
I'll save the Grinch time. Just pay for it or become CE Sim and Tekbud and build it for yourself.
I almost replied to this because I wanted to say that Tekbud is no longer doing commission courses.
Correct. But I
Yes.
thought it was great. I just love that he already answered his own question for himself. So, and there's some great comments in there that I didn't post, but I thought it was funny. All right, next one. I think they get better as it goes on. Can someone explain to me how to watch football and play GS Pro at the same time?
Well,
Sure.
you just turn on GS Pro and you watch football.
Yeah, you just
No,
turn your head, screen,
Yeah.
TV.
I get what he's
Screen.
asking. Yeah.
I get what he's asking for, but I love the way people word it somehow. Like, I guess he wants
It's
picture in
funny
picture.
because a lot of times you see these technical questions, and you and I were very technical. Obviously you work for Microsoft, I work for Cisco. We're both technical people, and sometimes people just don't even know the right search terms. Like they
Correct.
don't know, like, hey,
Correct.
how do I do picture in picture in Chrome? If you did that, you would get the result right up to you. So
I wouldn't even think though this is a technical question. If you really wanted to, just open up on your browser and drag your browser in front of your GS Pro. I mean,
yeah, but as soon as you do that, right, your keyboard shortcuts don't work anymore.
Agreed. Yeah, it's not the best, and then you got I 100%
But the
agree.
picture, the Chrome picture, like all the major browsers have like the picture-in-picture thing now.
Right.
That's the best way to do it. But
And this is kind of like the guy who says I'm 15 feet wide from the last show. I know what you meant to say. Your room is 15 feet wide, but anyway, it was fun.
Yes. We like to do stuff like that, right?
Okay.
Steve, more funny music, please.
Will this run GS Pro?
Oh, whoa. I don't know, but that's the size of my refrigerator to keep my milk cold.
Right? It will run GS Pro, but not with a 15,000 draw distance on the new.
So funny, like kind of related to this was, so my first job was with a consulting firm back in 1998. And this consulting firm designed the computer that was used to make Terminator 2. And remember Terminator 2 had like the metal guy? The computer that they used took up a room to do that.
I believe it. And now you can do it on your home computer.
Right. It was like it kind of looked like one rack of these things. Like we had it on display in our building.
That's
so
awesome.
It just it's funny. Yeah.
We have a at work at the headquarters. There's a museum of like from the beginning of the company, right? and the old original IBM PCs all the way through.
Yeah.
It's so fun to go back and look at some of the 25-year-old history on computers and
Yeah.
stuff.
Or like, I think there's like gaming museums and stuff around too that have like all the cold consoles and stuff.
Well, and I have because of what I've been there a long time and I've had various different jobs, but I have one of my old roles I was there for about 8 or 9 years was during our Windows Phone days. Okay, going back, I'm going to date myself here, but going back to the best phone ever released ever in the history of the world, which is a Windows Phone. Yeah, Amace is laughing right now. I have one of every device that I launched over the years that I was in there. And next time you guys come out, I have a box like a full of hundreds and hundreds of these devices across HTC and all these different Samsung and all these stuff like old Zunes and Kins on Verizon and you name it. I have all of them in a box downstairs.
Yeah.
So
every once in a while people post these pictures, right? It's either a computer that is like a supercomputer or it's something from 1962, right?
You know, at least aesthetically they tried to make it. They got slope size or some,
right.
You know, so
what is that
LEDs
logo on the side there? What is that?
I don't know. I didn't zoom in.
Something P. I don't know. Oh, it says IBM up there, so that's probably the blue something P. Blue.
No, this is their chess machine.
Yeah, right. It's what the
chess game.
Beat the chess player back in the day.
I think the next set of posts is where we start getting a little not safe for work.
All right,
stuff.
so turn it down, people. If you're under 18, you must accept our terms of service at this point. All right, here we go. Oh,
could
Steve,
be wrong, but I think
Steve,
so.
some more music.
More
please.
music. Oh
Hello.
no! I thought this is for you. I saw this and I thought I had you written all over it.
Hello, I'm Charles, and something to know about me is I'm learning about lab putters. Thank you, Charles.
And I left his name on there. I'm like, if you're gonna announce yourself, I'm gonna leave it on there. Hey, Charles Martin, how are you? Like,
I just wanted him to have a name tag too. Hello, I'm Charles.
I feel like I want to give him a handshake and a hug. Like, hi, Charles.
Welcome to the lab group.
Why do people just? Hi, I'm Charles. I'm here to say hi to you. I mean, by the way, I've been in this group. I've never once posted.
Yeah. This is the guy that, by the way, searches using the Google.
Yeah. He searches the Google. Yeah.
The Google.
On yeah.
Yeah. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Yep.
Puppy?
I got on the line.
All right. So here we go. Can remove the head of what the hell?
So the DF3 is a type of lab putter.
Oh, okay.
So can you remove the head DF3? Which, okay, there's some words missing in this sentence, but okay. I think he's asking, can you remove the head off the shaft of the DF3?
Why?
The comments are what really made this. You may have to
okay.
shrink us to the left side now, or Steve, move us over to the other side.
All right.
I take my head off every round. Oh, interesting. What's involved? I was using baby oil, but did he fuck that up?
That's freaking golden. My God, dude, he's totally set him up. It's freaking amazing. It's freaking gold.
Christopher Cox, you don't do GS Pro and you don't watch the show, but you win the internet today.
Yeah, thank you, Christopher. I love you, buddy.
I love you. That was such a great setup. I mean, it was so good. It was so good.
Oh my gosh. Oh, God. Thank you for that. Thank you.
Okay.
I don't.
Move us over to the.
Do these get better?
Oh, there's one more.
Oh, jeez. I'm saying, if these get better, I might lose my shit here in a second. Okay.
Move us over to the right.
Okay, here we go.
And make us bigger. Okay. Now, I'm not going to say a word. I'm just going to be quiet. You may have seen this. You may have not. It is not golf related, but it showed up in the middle of my freaking Facebook feed while my 9-year-old was looking over my shoulder.
Okay. Oh, jeez. Is that pronounced anal?
I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah, I love it. I'm not sure if I want to try this restaurant.
It's not even a group I'm a member of, right? It says join up there, right? It's just kind of showed up. So I was scrolling through. He and I were just watching videos. I'm scrolling through, and this popped up. I'm like, huh, I got to screenshot that. He's like, Daddy, why'd you screenshot this? No reason.
Dad, why is this in your feed, Dad? What are you searching for?
I don't know. This could either be your favorite restaurant or your worst restaurant. I don't know. It just depends.
Right. Yes, exactly.
All right, that's all I got. Those are the end of my.
It almost looks like someone like photoshopped like a top of this last, and like there was supposed to be a Z, an as, and
it might.
Either way,
I don't know. Either
way, it's still good. It's still
pretty
good.
damn good. I
love it.
It was worthy of our show. Let's put it that way.
Yes, that's really good. Okay. Oh yeah. So that brings us to the end. That was good stuff, man. That was really good.
We are off next week. You guys have a really very Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, a Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Holidays, and a very Happy New Year. I don't know if we'll record between now and New Year's. We'll see.
See what happens. How many courses are released, and and
what our schedules
how you're going to be in Hawaii.
I'm in Hawaii starting tomorrow for a week.
Are you going to golf while you're out there?
2 times.
Where are you golfing? Where are you golfing, man?
I'm golfing. I'm in Wailea, so I'm playing the Wailea Gold Course is one, and I don't remember the second one.
That's not the one you built, though, right?
No, that's on the Big Island.
Okay.
I've played that one several times. I'm just on the wrong island this trip. My buddies are actually all at that course over Christmas playing, so I thought about grabbing a flight, flying over for the day, and playing with them, but no, I figured the trouble I would be in for doing that would far exceed the happiness of playing around the golf. So
do me a favor, send me a couple pictures that show me how warm it is out there and how the good time you're having.
You got it.
I'll play the courses downstairs in my simulator while you're away. All right.
You got it. I will send you a video from the first tee of the Wailea Gold Course on Tuesday. I think is the first round. So
I love it.
And then I do have a Christmas morning. My daughter and I Christmas morning.
That's fantastic.
8:30 in the morning tee time.
That's great. I love it.
So that's what we're doing.
Love that.
Yep.
Cool. All right, everybody.
Have a great holiday.
Have a great holiday. I'll see you later.
Bye.